Put that aside. So this is the movements without the dial. Let's see if we can get the where'd the top be? Okay, this would be 12 would be up here. So you can see the I guess they call this the hour wheel. I think that's the minute wheel, and then the canyon pins in between. And there's the gearing to switch between setting the time and winding. And I wanted to try something. Push that back down. Let's see if I can show you the way it works. Well, maybe I can stick a screwdriver in there. Nah, screw it. I'm going to see if I can show you the way it works with the dial off. Oh, got it in. So I put it back in. Since this is a stem set, I gotta push the dial in. How come it doesn't want to go in? Yeah, I can't get it to go in. Well, who knows? Anyway, you can see I'm turning it, and you can see. Let's see. So when I'm winding it, you can see it's winding when if it was pushed in. And then when you set the time, that lever moves, and you can, oh maybe, oh there it is. Okay, set the time. You see it switches over, and now you can set the time. And then when you wind it, and that's how you wind it. So that's how that works. I have to take this back out again. I'm running out of time on the camera. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, that's the way that works. So I'm going to take this off. And I don't know if this is going to come off. Oh, it looks like it's going to stay. And the same thing center in here is a cannon pin, and I'm going to take that off. There's a tool to pry that off, but I'm going to use the tweezers to lift it off. And now we go back to this side. Now I'm going to take it, well, before I take the plates off, I got a little lever over here, and you can see it. Well, you can't see it, but it's covered over there. This is to release the power from the mainspring. You can thing will focus now. So I don't figure which way I'll. Okay, I push it that way. So now the mainspring is free. No power on the mainspring. So I'm going to take the you gotta take the mainspring cover off first. Let's see. Oh, this one doesn't want to come off. Ah, there you go. I never took this watch apart, I guess. Let me take that screw out before I lose it. And let's see, this one's going to give me grief too. Okay. I take that one off. So now I can take the cover for the mainspring. If you're going to replace the mainspring, you just take this cover off instead of this balance stuff. So there's that piece, and there's the mainspring barrel, and they put a nice fancy design on it. So this just lifts off, slides out, and there you got your center wheel. And now we're going to take off the main plate. It's got 3 screws. Let's see if these come off. Okay, that's one. Oop, almost lost it. And put that one there. And this is number 2. And number 3. Whoops. Number 3. Now it's always easier to take these things apart to put them than putting them back together again. So now this plate just lifts off. Let me just help it. And we're gonna see how how many gears stick to the top and how many stick to the bottom. And so separation has been achieved. Oh, everything stayed down. So there's the plate there. There's the jewel for the balance. This is the thing that sticks up. Put that down. So there you got your all your wheels, as they call them. Let's see. You got your center wheel, third wheel, fourth wheel, escape wheel. That would be your pallet. Wow, it doesn't look like a pallet fork anymore. I don't know what they call it. Lever. I don't know what they call this kind of pallet fork. So that's the insides, and then there you have your setting stuff, winding and setting the spring. I'm not going to take this off. The only trick with this is now when you put all this stuff back together, well, I'm going to take it all out. As you can see, everything just goes where it wants to go, and when you put the top and the bottom back together, you got to line up all those little holes. Well, that one comes out, and this one, center wheel, third wheel, everything comes out. Oops. And this is the let's see if I can grab it another way. This is that funky lever, side pallet fork. You can see the tool jewels just sticking out there, and the part to the left is engages the balance, and this goes into that little it protrudes out into that other plate. That's the tricky part, because you can't come down with the plates. You have to come off to the side to get this to rest, because it has to stick inside here to engage the balance. So you just can't come straight down. You have to come to the side. And these are bent. You know, who knows what they did to this watch. It works anyway. So that's basically it. I'm not gonna go any further because I'm running out of time on this camera, but and this is the spring over here to stop this from going the other way when you wind it up. Yeah, these screws come out, all these gears come out, and same thing on this side. Yeah, there's the two screws here, and then this comes off and this slides out, and this springs in here. But that's all she wrote. This is a 7 jewel watch for certain. There's no jewels in here, just a jewel on the for the balance. So now I got to put all this stuff back together, and that's not going to be pleasant, but what can you do? Let's get all the pieces. Oh, I'm going to talk about the mainspring. If you were to replace a mainspring, I don't know if we can get a view of this. It's not cooperating. Okay, there's a little thing here. You have to take the cover off, and you stick a screwdriver or something in there, and you have to pry it off. Of course, it doesn't want to go. Yeah, okay, there it goes. Whoops. Yeah, be careful. Well, I'm going to be careful prying this off because I don't want to take the mainspring out. And you have to pry it off. Okay. You would pry it off, and there's your mainspring. And this thing, it's got a lot of power in it. You take this thing out like the way it is now, it's going to fly across the room. So there's the barrel arbor, and there's the cover plate. They even put the serial number on the back of this plate for this watch. That's nice of them. So that's how you change the mainspring. I'll have to do that in another video. There's the other side. So I see my camera's about out of time. So that's how you disassemble a watch. And there's all the pieces and some of the tools I used. So I hope you enjoyed this little presentation. Thank you very much.